ink. You can hear me if you like as well. Ink, seaweed, nori paste.
Like for sushi.
This is for putting on the ink. This is for taking it off. This is water for spraying on the back of the wood and spraying the paper sometimes. And this is what you use to rub the print. And this is where you store them. And that's tissue paper for putting over the back of your paper before you rub it. That's for taking your first prints to see how good they are. And once you've got built up the ink, then you use good paper.
Ah.
Ah.
Quite a few different stages, aren't there?
Yep.
What is that?
This is ink.
What's it made of?
Well, this one's Chinese ink, and then this is Japanese ink. And they're made of charcoal, or, you know, these compressed ink things that you can, these compressed ink sticks. Or you can make your own by grinding down charcoal. And oops, making a right mess and mixing it with water. And these are colours that I haven't used yet. And these are binders. That's a gouache binder, and that's a watercolour binder. Yeah. Right. So, are you ready to have a go? Looks quite dark, doesn't it? So it doesn't matter if it gets into the grooves.
Doesn't.
Well, no. I mean, you may or may not want to print those bits, but I've done it so that you can print them. So, I mean, if you want this to come out more, you put more on.
Right.
But you don't have to, because the paper just lies flat on top of it.
Right.
And then what you can do, because you want to build up, I should possibly have sprayed that first actually, but anyway, you want to build up the ink. But sometimes on flat areas, dense enough, so you add this paste, and it, unfortunately there's some little grooves that it could go into, and it helps the ink to sort of stick to you, because you can see what other people have used. You can use it several times, but I've given you some new stuff. Oop, you're still doing that. Alright, so now the next thing is to get, I should put it like this actually, is to get, this is just ordinary newsprint print, because it's your first print. So you just put it down. We haven't registered it, so we're not having it on it. What's David doing to me? Yeah, so we don't know exactly how it sits on the paper because we haven't registered it. You put that down, and then in order to make the barren, these are called barren. Over the top you put tissue paper because it's slidier.
Okay.
And then this is the traditional barren, but it's a very badly made one, so it's not much good. Yeah, it's a really cheap one. Bamboo leaves. So talk you through the stages. So these are your practices to get used to the tools, and you've taken wax rubbings of that, and then this is your first composition, wax rubbing, and then 2 prints. And hold on a sec. This goes with this, and this goes with this lot. And then I got you to draw some designs, and this was one of them, which you then translated onto there. Which way up is it? That way. So, wax rubbing, trials on newsprint, and then one on Japanese paper. And the next thing was you weren't very happy about raised lines because you've been digging in mainly and making the design the white, but then you wanted to make some of the design black lines. So I got you to practice lines. So that's the lines, and that's the rubbing. Of course, a rubbing comes off exactly the same way as the print, but when you actually do a print, it comes off the opposite way. So, and that's 2 on newsprint and 1 on Japanese paper. And then on the other side of this block, you did a marvellous design. Over here. Well, first of all, you've done a
Picture of it.
picture. Then you did something which is a bit less than that because you've taken it out at various stages. So to begin with, you did a rubbing and some prints, and you experimented with rubbing into the wood grain as well on the back of the paper like this, so that you could experiment with how the grain itself looked, and some more. And I think you took a few bits out as you went along, probably. You added some bits sometime, I can't remember when.
Is it here?
Well, at one point you added the little wiggly bits in here,
Mm.
didn't you? To make it look watery. And then you experimented without doing the sky, with doing the sky, and then with doing this bit and this bit. And then you took out, between this one and this one, you took out more out of the wood to exacerbate those lines. And then you did some newsprint, and then you did some 4 on Japanese paper.
Good quality Japanese paper.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I think in the end, are you still filming? In the end, I think you decided that to put the grain in there but not there, and put it in there. So there's an area of white. It's usually better if a picture's got an area of white in it. So there you go. Come very well. And then final exhibition again.
Oh yes, let's go through my final exhibition. It's all up here on the wall. I've got my own little space in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is Roshin's exhibition. All of these are on Japanese paper. They look very good.
And that's my favourite one. Definitely my favourite.
Which one?
The last one.
The last one, alright. Yeah. Okay, you can have a quick look at other people's work if you want.
Yeah.
With somebody else. And there's okay. This is another person. And these 4 are someone else.
Nice butterfly.
You take the 4 at once.
I'm filming.
And then that's someone else. This is David.
A nice octopus.
You get them all
good.
individually.
Yeah, that's great there. Is this meant to be Boris or Wappy?
I have no idea, it's a rabbit. Okay, this is someone else. This is another person. These two. Another person. Three. And that's. And they've put their rubbings and things up as well. And another person.
Beryl.
Yep, barrel. And someone else. Someone else. And then this lot was one person. She did that in 2 sessions though. She had 2 different weekends for those.
Very colourful.
Yeah. And you see these ones with my eyes, obviously.
Yeah, so very good.
And that's someone else up there. And another person here, these 4. Oh, yes, and my calf's going. Stop saying. And another one, another person. One more person. There. I better turn these lights off.
Right. Thank you very much, Fiona.
You're welcome.